Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Lee and Hayley Overtime, the podcast brought to you by Shun Li. Fantastic Chinese cuisine. We did the podcast from there not that long ago, and the entire staff, as well as family and friends, got to enjoy some of the best Chinese cooking there is.
Absolutely delicious. Located off of Woodland Avenue in beautiful downtown Lexington. So delicious. You guys know the wonton soup. It's my king. I'm making a heart symbol over my heart.
And the other thing that you and I noticed last time we were there, they have added parking. So if they got that little circle driveway and that gorgeous building they're in, but you can park around back now.
Yeah, I don't know what they redid, if they re-asphalted it or what, but yeah, you can pull behind and park and then walk around if you want to the front door, or they have a back door that takes you down a hallway and you walk into the restaurant as well. Anyway.
Go to Shun Li and tell them Lee and Hayley sent you.
That's right. Hang on, guys. I got to open my drink. Oh, that delicious sound.
Reminds me of my grandmother and Budweiser.
Oh my gosh, she loved it. Today, my drink of choice, I'm having a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. What are you having?
I'm having a ginger soda, which everybody that lives in my community can pretty much guess what I'm drinking, but I'm not saying it.
Sounds good. Die on that hill.
It's not a hill to die. I'd be so happy to say it, but I need some money to say it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I've been giving them freebies for like 30 years. Not only that, not just giving freebies. It is the beverage I buy.
Yeah.
All the time. Mm-hmm. But there's some quid pro quo going on here. Actually, it's not going on. It should be going on.
Okay.
Okay. I feel better.
Good. Thanks for listening or watching every week. In case you don't know, there is a video version of this podcast on the Kentucky Sports Radio YouTube channel, so you can watch us as we record this glorious audio, or thanks for listening, whatever you are doing. Now, Lee, do you listen to podcasts?
No.
You don't?
This one on occasion.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Check it out. Be like, whose voices are these?
Yeah.
It is funny depending on what...
I have in the past. I used to listen to Mark Maron quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because he was a comic and he would talk to other comics.
Uh-huh.
Smartless, I listen to.
So
Most
good.
of the time I'm with you when I listen to that one. But yeah, I've listened to a few.
Yeah. I listen to, because my thing is I always like to know when people are listening to podcasts. I also like to know when people are listening to audiobooks, because I've never been an audiobook person. There are a lot of people that'll be like, oh my God, I read or listen to, 50 books a year. And I'm just like, I feel like a book for me is like, I need to sit down and actually read it. I'm not an audiobook girl, because I feel like I wouldn't be able to give it my full attention. But I can give podcasts my full attention, which the main time I listen to podcasts is in my car when I'm driving. The second most popular time I listen to it is when I'm walking, like exercising. And then third is when I'm cleaning my house.
But a fun stat, by the way, if you want to stay healthy, keep your heart and brain healthy. I saw a doctor talk about walk as much as you can every day. I do 5-6 miles a day minimum.
Yeah.
But also converse.
Will you do that today since you drove to work instead of walked?
Yeah, I'll get it in.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you also converse with someone. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can't converse, maybe it's okay to listen to a podcast, or if your brain is active while your body's active, that fights dementia and Alzheimer's better than anything.
Oh, you saw a doctor was speaking on this?
Yes, a doctor talked about that. I thought, well, that's good. I got to get somebody to walk with me, I guess. But although,
it's just keeping your brain
the
engaged.
other day,
I
I got a phone call from my dad while I was walking, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Walking." He goes, "You do that a lot." I go, "Yeah, every day, every night." And he's like, "Where are you?" When I told him I was at a park. Are you by yourself? Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like my baby boy out there.
I go, well, Dad, maybe in a few years I'll be old enough to do it on my own.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My parents treat me the same way. It doesn't matter how old I get. Like, my parents are like, oh, no, we don't want you to. Their thing is they don't want me to drive far by myself. Mm-hmm. They still think of me as, I think, a 16-year-old driver. And I have to remind them I've been driving a very long time and I'm a big girl. No, I know. And I appreciate it. Sometimes it irritates me. And I think, sometimes you're like, no, I'm an adult. Let me do my thing. But then I remember, no, it's sweet and they just care about me.
It is very sweet. And I mean, I'm
not a parent,
but I would imagine when you get a baby, you're always going to see that person as a baby.
I think so. And that's
Or
got to
a
be hard for
child.
parents. I don't have children either, but people say it is a really hard adjustment to switch from, being the caregiver to your child and suddenly letting them have to be out there on their own and give them that respect of being an adult.
I was having this conversation with a friend last night and telling her, you got to give your mother clearance on that, for crying out loud. Well, I'm an adult. I can do what I want. I go, yeah, but understand it with some grace, for crying out loud. I mean, I know that I still, when I dream of my little brother, he's a little boy in my dream. He's not a grown man running a company, which is what he pretends to be.
I know, but really,
He's a little fella.
you still lay out his clothes for him at night.
Yeah, I would.
If you had to dress your brother, how would you dress him?
Not the way he does.
What? What does he wear? What do you not like?
I don't know. He doesn't have any fashion sense.
Huh.
He dresses like a dude.
Okay. That sounds good.
I dress like a lady, as you know.
Yes. Lots of frills.
Yeah. I don't know. He never went like I don't do it anymore. But there were times when I would go, hey, there's this store is having a sale on ties and jackets. He goes, why would I want one of those?
You might need to go to a funeral or a wedding.
He's got that suit, I guess.
The one suit that does it all.
By the way, are you going to bring your Spanx in tomorrow? It's the last day I'll see you.
I will not bring them in tomorrow.
Well, then what am I supposed to do?
Because I brought them today. I've had these babies in my pocket. I brought these in, freshly laundered, I might add. Now, I will say these are off-brand Spanx. They're Bali.
Oh, I don't get the good Spanx?
I don't even get the good Spanx anymore. They've got so many good dupes now. They're half the price. This is the Bali brand. It's stomach control in the front.
Yeah. Oh, I need that.
Yeah. See? Comes up kind of mid. Oh, yeah. Freshly laundered.
It's got a little extra shielding there where, your private area would be. So
Where your private area is.
Oh, well.
Did you lose yours in battle?
You can move around.
This is where your private area would be. Now
Well,
hold them
thank
up.
you.
Show the audience.
Thank you.
Lee's new Spanx. And
So
let's
I'm gonna-
catch you guys up on why he asked me for this. Because I think that was in a Driving Me Crazy on the show. We didn't talk about it here on the podcast. As to why I've brought Lee a pair of my Spanx for him to wear.
Yes.
This is not for an art project or anything.
I went to my favorite discounter, Marshall's, because I had talked to enough women about, I'm going to a wedding and I got to wear white linen pants that with the sun behind it, you see everything.
Oh yeah. The day
So
he tried them on here at the office for like Nikita and I to like give our opinion. Great pants. We both are a couple of us were like, but we can see your underwear. Yeah. You were like, no, you can't.
And that was low light.
And I don't know why you argued with us. Like we were like, we're gonna pull one over on him.
So
today.
I thought, well, I could wear white underwear, but then I was told, well, no, everybody see you're wearing white underwear. Why don't you get some nude underwear? Mm-hmm. I went and looked at Marshall's because I'm not going to wear these ever again.
Why would you not wear them ever again?
I don't know. Why? That's not a good look or a good color on me.
Yeah.
Nude underwear?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Unless I'm going to wear linen pants, which I'll probably only wear these ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I thought, well.
Give them to your brother after that.
Yeah.
Be like, I thought you could use these.
So I thought, I'll borrow some of your Spanx. I knew you had the nude ones.
Oh,
You told
yeah.
me. So I was like, okay, I'll wear them.
Oh, love them.
Now I'll make sure to wash these after I wear them so we don't get pregnant.
Oh, gosh. You know what?
Now that was a thing in school. I always believed you could do that. If you wore,
Oh, like if a girl wore a guy's underwear?
she could get pregnant.
How dirty were these underwear? Oh my gosh. Now,
I get excited on the dance floor.
oh God. Now, I know that I can't, but I wish Nikita or the staff was here. I wish that you would try these Spanx on for all of us. Like, come on. Driving me crazy, we're driving along recently, driving me crazy, and Lee says to me, and I quote somewhere along these lines, Hayley, I have to ask you a question, and I'm going to need you to say yes, okay? And I was like, okay. And then he just goes, I need a pair of your Spanx.
Well, I don't need a pair of yours. I just need nude colored.
I know. And so I was like, well, why don't we go buy you some? You're like, oh, no. And I said, you wouldn't spend $15 on a pair of underwear. 20. He goes, no, not ones I'm never going to wear again, which I don't know why you wouldn't wear them. Don't you have white jeans?
Yeah, but you can't see through denim. Have you ever seen my underwear with my white jeans? No, you have not.
I guess not. But I mean, you don't have like sleep panties?
I don't even know what that is.
Like you don't ever shower at night and you put on panties that you wouldn't wear out of the house? I know you call them underwear. Like I have certain underwear that I wear that are just sleep underwear.
On the rare occasion
that I ever bathe.
I take a shower before bed, which I never do.
Yeah.
I go straight to sleep. I don't put on clothing.
Oh, yeah. You like to be au naturel.
Yes.
That's your business.
I sleep naked.
That is
Except for socks.
Is that true? I've heard you say that before. I've always... You spend the time putting on socks when you get out of the shower, but you won't put on underwear.
Well, most of the time I don't until I wake up in the middle of the night freezing to death until I put socks on and I'm fine.
Socks really do make a big difference.
Huge difference.
Like lately...
You lose most of your heat through your feet.
Yeah. I thought it was through your head.
That's only in the winter. But in the summer, it goes out your feet.
Does it? It just shoots out.
Shoots out.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about this. Because there is a big group of people that are like nighttime showers and can't get in the bed without taking a shower. My sister-in-law being one of those people. Hello, Chandler. She is a little angel, and she has grown. She's a lifelong nighttime shower. Yeah. She always showers at night to the point where it's like, even if she happened to shower earlier in the day, like if we were at the beach or something or the pool and she had to shower, she's still going to shower again before bed. That's just what she does. And it's like she feels dirty getting in bed if she doesn't do it. And I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. I am not one of those people. I don't care. I'm a morning shower. I can't stand to not shower in the morning. Like I don't feel like I can begin my day unless I've showered. It's just so interesting the way. Right. Is it tied to how you grew up or just tied to something in our brains where it's like, this is when I want to cleanse?
If I'm not going to be around anyone and say it's a Saturday morning and I'm going to go work out, I don't shower.
Yeah.
I'll just put on clothes and go work out, then come back and shower. Because otherwise I'm taking 2 showers.
Yeah.
Or if I'm even playing golf and I'm around dudes that I don't care.
Sorry to all these people they thought were friends of his.
Yeah, well, I don't care what they think. And I put on deodorant and maybe a splash of cologne. Ooh. But I don't shower all the time with those guys. 'Cause again, I'm going to go get hot and sweaty.
I know.
Why would I do that?
Sometimes I'll get in the shower. I hate washing my face in the sink. Like, I absolutely hate washing my face in the sink. Water gets everywhere, and it just gets down my arms, and I just hate the whole thing. Like, sometimes... Even if all I need to do is wash my face, I'll get in the shower and just do a quick body rinse, but then wash my face. Because I just, you don't have to worry about it. It's just, it is what it is.
Now, what is the area you focus most on?
Why are we doing, Lee, we don't need to get into this.
We are the one
actually
who
had
brought
someone
this
message us
topic
recently.
up.
No, I'm not. I was talking about when to shower.
I didn't say let's talk about showering. Now here we are.
I know,
let's explore
but
the
we weren't
space.
talking about showering. I actually had someone message me recently and say, boy, does Lee like to talk about his shower routine.
Who did this?
People.
So it was a message or a text?
It was a message.
Oh, well, then that's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about that, about what we do in the shower. We're just talking about what time of day we shower.
Well, so you're not curious as to what areas I focus on?
No, because you've told us a million times on this show because you're obsessed with talking about it. It's like, I think you think if you talk about it, it makes it even deeper clean.
All right.
Like, you're like, I got to give it publicity. And I think we all know.
I want to put aside any fears people may have.
Oh, yeah, because that's what they also said. They were like, he loves talking about a shower routine, but my fears were assuaged when I heard that he gives it a double cleanse. It being his nipples. Only the one. It. Yeah. You know, you hear people that have 3 nipples. You never really hear about people that only have 1. And not due to injury, like it being due to genetics. They're only born with the 1.
Yeah, I've not ran into that.
In the wild.
In the wild, I've not seen that.
Me neither. Okay, let's talk about the show a little bit. We got some fun stuff coming up. Earlier today, at the time of this taping, we just shot a really fun piece with the Lexington Legends baseball team. We got to meet their new manager, Greg Zahn, former MLB star, played for almost 20 years.
Played for the Orioles.
Yeah. The what?
Oreos.
The Oreos.
Yeah.
The Orioles?
I used to call them the Orioles. But now I call them the Oreos.
And why is that?
Because I love that cookie.
I do too, but it's completely different.
No, he played for the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah.
Yes. Which Orioles are a bird?
Yes.
Yes. He played for them, hit like 80 home runs. We had so much fun with him.
He was a catcher for a while, then sounded like a utility guy.
Yeah.
Didn't really start, is what I can grab from his conversation he had with us. He didn't start.
Oh, okay.
But then he transferred into the broadcast business, did radio for a while, calling games.
Yeah, anyway, he was awesome.
And now he's managing.
Yeah, now he's a manager, and we got to shoot with him, and he, gave us a kind of a little batting lesson and things like that, and also just talked about the fan experience, so you'll see that soon. Lee and I trying to crack a bat.
And he knew, I quizzed him on whose batting stance is this. He knew right away, although I picked the most obvious one. Joe Morgan would always flap his arm like this. And then he just told me why, because that way he knew where to drop his elbow.
Are you jealous of Greg?
Why?
I feel like you've made a couple of negative comments for no reason. Yeah, he didn't start.
What negative thing?
I quizzed him. Like you think he might be lying about the baseball thing.
No, I was...
He really did play for the Oreos. He worked in the factory.
Well, I like that guy.
I know, but it was weird. Like, why even mention it?
He and I went away from you.
Yeah,
and
most men do.
Yeah, and we had a good conversation.
I heard it. I had to step away because it
life.
seemed like it got, kind of heavy life talk. And I thought, this seems like a private conversation.
And you need to avoid that at all cost.
What?
Life. Talking about anything of substance. Because you get willy-nilly and afraid when that happens.
Okay, so the shit talking isn't just about Greg. You're going to do it to me, too.
No, I wasn't shit talking, as you with your profanity would say. I love that guy. I thought he was fantastic. Yes, I am shit talking you.
Why?
You deserve it.
I do not.
It's a thing I have to deal with in my life that I never thought about.
What?
Is that the misconception when people in the public come up to me and they go, "We love Hayley. She's so sweet. She's so nice. She's wonderful."
Okay.
Now, I agree with most of that.
Okay.
If not all of it.
Then where's the misconception?
Is that they don't understand what I have to deal with on a. Well, here's where I get irritated. Is then that people will go, "But you, on the other hand, you are so mean. You're a rube. You're a horrible person."
People say this to you.
Yes. Well, in the community I hang out. They're indicted. They have this misconception that I'm the mean one. When in truth is, it's not me. I'm the sweet one. And admit it. Of the two people in this room, who's the guy that has the most empathy?
Okay, well, you're the only guy in this room, so I'm going to have to choose you.
Okay. Who's the individual with the most empathy and sympathy? Whereas you would try to avoid the situation. I will embrace it. Mm-hmm. Is that not true?
I think you have far too much empathy and sympathy.
Well, that tells you everything
I think to
you
the
need
point, and you've admitted as well, and we've talked about this before. We'll move on quickly because we've gotten into this before on this podcast about how you self-admittedly, you make everybody else's problems your own. And you try to fix everybody else's problems, which is valiant until it goes too far.
When has it gone too far?
You put your nose in places that aren't.
Have I moved in with somebody? What are you talking about? When has it gone too far?
Like, it's nice, but like, I've seen you to the point that sometimes I think it makes people uncomfortable.
Who is this person?
All right, like one time Bridget had a pair of Tom's shoes. And she thought it was funny. She'd worn them, Toms wear out and they'll get like a hole in the toe. And she had a hole in the toe. And then she was like, I got to buy me a new pair of these. And that was the end of the conversation. We leave and Lee's like, I must buy Bridget a new pair of shoes.
It was bothering me.
As if she doesn't have the money, the means, and the time to go buy herself a new pair of shoes. You made it your issue to fix so then you can get the glory of, I bought her shoes.
I didn't want any glory. I wanted the girl to have new shoes.
Well, she was already going to buy herself some.
And I didn't even tell her I was doing that. I was just going to do it. Me and my buddy Neil bought my friend Chris golf shoes because we were tired of looking at the ones he was wearing.
Oh, what selflessness that is.
But he needed some new shoes, and we bought him some new shoes. Mm-hmm. He could afford his own.
Well, so could Bridget.
Well, I felt like I could help her.
Really? Did she need it or ask for it?
She didn't ask for it.
She didn't need it either.
Lots of times. You know what? If I'm sitting at a bar and you look at me and you go, that guy's lonely. Did I come over and ask you to spend the night with me? No, I did not. Mm-hmm. But that selfless act by that young lady
Yes.
was fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
And
so
I am
sweet.
so
The
what
empathy
sweet.
that she gave me all night long.
And grateful. She just gave me and gave me.
Oh my gosh, so wonderful. I hope your dad's listening.
None of that is true.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I mean I think we both
About my dad being a minister. None of that is true.
None of that is true.
He runs a strip club.
I think that we both exist somewhere in the middle, which I think is nice because there is a fine line. You know, I think buzzwords and buzz phrases like self-care are, you know, kind of turn people off. But I do think we're growing up in an era where it's a little more okay, at least in my generation, of yes, you can help people and have empathy and stuff like that. But sometimes you have to remove yourself and take care of yourself as well. You can't fix everybody else's problems. Because we're incapable of it. Like, you literally cannot do it. And B, it runs you into the ground trying to take care of everyone else when also you need to be dealing with your own stuff. You know, so I think there's a fine line of, and an interesting space you have to find, and I found this in my own life, of like, you have to take care of yourself while also taking care of other people, while also doing nothing at the same time and just resting. So
let me get this straight. You're doing a great job of taking care of you.
And I take care of a lot of other people as well.
Oh, I didn't think we're supposed to do that.
Did you not listen to anything that I said? You can be nice to people and take care of people, but that doesn't have to be every single thing that you do.
What is it that I did wrong here?
You attacked me, and I'm simply saying, I literally complimented, just said we're both somewhere in the middle. And then I said what we've talked about before with you, and you've admitted too that you make other people's problems your own, whether they want it or not.
I don't know. I cannot come up with one example of that other than I don't think I even bought Bridget shoes. I couldn't find her size.
You made me go with you and bought her a red pair of Toms.
Does she like them?
She loved them. I think she was kind of like,
wow. Mission accomplished.
Okay, never mind. I don't even know why I take the bait in these conversations because, like, you're the most hard-headed person on the planet. And so it's like, no, if you're going to come in here and try to make me feel bad, go ahead. There is no real discussion when it comes to talking with you. Like, you come in here and are saying, I'm the more empathetic one. Hayley doesn't care about anyone who want to talk about anything. Then if I want to have a real conversation about it and chat it out, you're like, no, that's not. I won't hear it. That's what you sound like.
I'm still shell-shocked over
what?
The statement, you're the most hard-headed person I've ever met, when I'm looking right at you.
Whatever. What are you doing? Why are you trying to be in a fight?
I'm
why
not
can't we just
trying
have
to be
fun?
in a fight.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why in this podcast did you all of a sudden be like, today I'm going to be mean to Hayley and tell her everything that's wrong with her? Like,
see,
why?
again, I'm not being mean to you.
Then why point out something negative about me on a podcast? I just don't get it.
You are. I mean this, the Hall of Fame gaslighter. You are unbelievable.
You started this.
Let me just get back to
I said,
what
why were you
just
being
said.
mean about the coach? And why then are you being mean about me? And then you just launched into me. That's not gaslighting, Lee. Those are facts.
You just said I'm the most hard-headed person, and I said, no, it is you, or maybe we're on equal terms. And then you went, why are you saying
You did not
these
say
things?
we are on equal terms. That's bull.
What I said.
No.
Play the tape back.
I just don't know why. I guess here's where I think we differ. I don't come into the podcast being like, I'm going to make Lee feel bad today. And you come into it in a different way, and that's fine.
First of all, if I was reacting, it was that I wasn't being mean to Greg. I like that guy a lot.
Do you think it makes someone feel good when I just listed his very long list of accolades in MLB career, and then the only thing you contribute is, he didn't start?
I don't think he did.
What does it matter? Like, why say that except to try to sweep the legs out from under his career?
What do you
I just
mean?
don't get
The
it.
guy's successful. Anybody that makes
But why did you say that?
Well, I don't think he started.
Why did you say that?
Because he didn't. It
But
was
why?
Because I was trying to figure out if he did, and I don't think he did. But that doesn't take anything away from the guy who made it to the show. Do you know how many people don't? Everybody doesn't, except for these small decimal point of human males that actually have enough talent to get there. Mm-hmm. And he does.
Mm-hmm. He said something to the effect of, because most players, do they have a firm position and then they become kind of a utility player and backup? He said backup.
He said it.
Which way is more common? Because he said whichever path is least common is what he did. I think he may have started. So I think not only there was no need to say that, but B, I think
he was
you were
a
wrong.
backup catcher for the Orioles. But I don't. And then he became a utility player, so he wasn't a position player, is what he was saying. And he said it, a lot of times it goes the other way. Like you'll play, if you're a guy on the bench, you can play first, second, outfield, short, whatever it is, they'll move you around, and then you'll come to a position. I think that's what he was saying. Mm-hmm. And he did it the opposite way because he was a catcher, which is the quarterback for baseball, which makes sense. That's why he's a manager now, because the catchers call the games, really, just like a Peyton Manning or Tom Brady would. They set the field up for they have to know the hitters more so than the pitchers do. So they go, this guy's a tendency to go to the left, so he'll direct the outfield or the infield to shift a certain way. And then, of course, he's selecting pitches to try to get this guy out. And the pitcher can wave him off, but there's a lot going on there.
Oh, yeah.
And now in the game, as you watch when you watch your Tennessee Volunteers win the World Series, the catchers wear earpieces. They're being fed information, which is a new thing for me. I didn't know they did that. And this guy, Greg, by the way, I didn't catch when I almost interrupted you when you said, Greg with 3 G's. And I went, what? Stupid statement. It's 2 G's. But then I forgot about the one in the front.
Yeah.
So it was 3 G's.
It was 3 G's. He's Gregg.
Yeah.
And he said legally that's not how it's spelled, but his grandpa made him spell it that way when he was first teaching him how to do autographs when he was a little kid. He added a 3rd G at the end, so it's Gregg. And he said the 3rd G is he kept it in honor of his granddad, whose name was George. And then the 3rd G looked like a 9, which was his number for most of his years in the pros.
And
so
incorporated that into his autograph.
Yeah, so I think that's pretty awesome.
I was fascinated by his grandfather, but apparently his grandfather didn't start in vaudeville.
Ugh.
So I didn't.
So what a piece of crap.
I didn't get to talk to him much about it because he didn't really have any stories for me. I was like, well, did he know the Marx Brothers? Did he know Jack Benny? Did he know all those guys who started in vaudeville before they became Broadway and radio stars and eventually motion picture?
Motion picture.
I like to be in the motion pictures. I went and saw that Kevin Costner movie.
Horizon?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yes, but it's odd.
Okay.
And it's on Kevin. I see why, because he got a standing ovation at the Cannes Film Festival in France. Well, the French are weird.
Sure.
And I think that's why they liked it, because it's some odd choices.
Okay. Don't give anything away.
I'm not, but I didn't know anything about the movie at all.
And he said Costner paid for it like with his own money, I believe.
And it's beautifully shot.
Visually stunning.
It is visually stunning. It captures the American West and the expanse that big sky country is. You know? But it's vignette. It's done in pieces. So you've got a minimum of 4 storylines running concurrently.
Oh.
And he jumps back and forth between them all. They don't have anything to do with each other.
It's just 4 stories all happening at the same time, but in...
Yeah.
Or they said in different time periods. You all right? Do you need to throw up?
I feel like it.
Oh.
No, and okay, now keep this in mind. I went and saw it with Richard. Richard doesn't know anything about the movie. I know this is a 2-parter.
It's a 2-parter?
Yeah.
They've already said that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The second one comes out in the fall.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Right. Richard doesn't know that. So there's a scene, a climactic scene, that did involve Kevin Costner, who's not in the film that much.
Yeah. Sure.
And then cut to something that happens in the other storyline. For about 10 seconds, music starts to build. Cut to something that's happening in the other. Cut to actors we've never seen before. Cut to something's going back in the big city in New York. Cut to boom, 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 quick edits and music. And it's now cut to the beat. What it is, essentially, is this is what's going to happen in the second film. With no title card, no warning. The movie just stopped, and now we're seeing a montage of what's coming. Richard has no clue that there's a second movie.
So he's like, is that it?
He's like, this is the dumbest ending. It makes no sense. So I have to explain to him that's a preview, essentially, of the film that comes out in the fall.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh.
Well, why didn't they tell me?
But
Why didn't you tell him ahead of time?
Well, I didn't know Costner was going to do that. I mean, that was odd. It's such a weird choice to do
So
it that way.
it didn't say the movie's
Instead
over?
of having a cliffhanger ending.
And then saying coming up in Horizon 2 or whatever the heck it's called.
Yes. Like what Tom Cruise did that in Mission Impossible 1.
Yeah.
And then 2's coming out soon, I guess, in the fall. Mm-hmm. Well, it ends, and then he goes, coming soon. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
None of that happened. It just all of a sudden starts playing with no explanation.
How bizarre.
It was very bizarre.
How bizarre. How bizarre. How does Costner look, though?
He looks good.
God, he's so
He's
handsome.
born to be a cowboy.
Oh, my gosh.
Well,
I know.
a
I'm
movie
like,
cowboy. Let me state that for the record.
oh, well, yeah.
I don't know if I'm sure he seems to handle horses and everything just fine.
I believe him. Like, I partly am like, oh my gosh, we're just like filming at his ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. And then one of his sons is in the film.
Yes.
How does he do? Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
You can tell he's young. You can tell it's him.
And some people were like trying to like give him crap for it. Like, of course you cast your son. And then I saw other people who are like, if you sunk hundreds of millions of dollars into your own movie, you
Cheap
can cast whoever the hell you want.
It's cheap labor.
Like, come on.
There was a girl in there. Well, I tell you who's in it. Sienna Miller's in it.
Oh, I love Sienna Miller. I didn't know she was in it.
She's gorgeous. I know who was in there you love.
Who?
Sam Worthington's in it.
I miss Sam Worthington. He hasn't been in anything in forever.
He's great in this. And he is a Union cavalry soldier.
He is.
And he's hot. And Richard and I, we actually whispered at each other, we got to get us some of those blue uniforms with the yellow stripes on the shoulder.
Union soldiers?
U.S. Cavalry, yeah.
U.S. Cavalry. Don't say cavalry.
I didn't. U.S. Cavalry.
Okay, I thought you said U.S. Cavalry.
Why do you do this to me?
I thought that's what you said. Because I'm the worst person on the planet. I'll just say it for you.
I didn't say the worst person on the planet.
Just in this country.
Just in this room.
Okay. I do find myself attracted to very similar looking actors. Not attracted, I don't know them at all, but the ones that I find most visually appealing. And they're all, when I like see them over time, I see like a pattern. They all kind of look alike. Sam Worthington, Scott Eastwood.
Yeah, they do.
Glenn Powell.
A little bit.
Like they all kind of have a similar look and vibe. Kind of like brownish, blondish hair. And then maybe some freckles, kind of like that's, I don't know.
Who's the other guy that, one of the Skarsgård, younger Skarsgård guys, kind of,
I'm not really into any of them. I mean, they're fine. I mean, Alexander Skarsgård's good, but I'm like,
You don't think he's like crazy handsome?
I think he's fine, but no, for some reason I'm not as hot on his trail as these others.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm hot on Glenn Powell's trail right now. He's my number one.
Yeah.
Like after him and Anyone But You. He's a little like on the shorter side. I think all of them are.
That's most movie stars.
I know, that's the thing. Like, you know. What you doing?
I'm going to show you a photo of, look at Sam there. If I can, I'm showing her a photo of Sam Worthington. He was great.
Oh, I know what he looks like. Just look on the inside of my eyelids. That's what Bridget said one time when she had a big crush on, I think, Donald Glover at the time.
Oh, yeah, he's good looking.
We were like, we need his picture. And she said, just look on the inside of my eyelids. And we were all like, what a great line. She's like, I just close my eyes and I think about him.
I can't find the girl I really like, though. She plays...
It's not Sienna Miller. There's another girl.
No, I like Sienna Miller. Don't get me wrong. But no, there's another girl who is out on the... She's on a wagon train with Luke Owens.
Luke
No,
Owens.
I'm sorry. Wilson. Luke Wilson.
Oh, I was like, interesting.
Owen's brother.
Yes.
Luke Wilson. He's a wagon train master, driver, chief, whatever he is.
Okay. I like Luke Wilson a lot.
Yeah.
He's a very, good dude. Okay, cool.
He seems a little miscast in this, but he's okay. This guy is great.
What guy?
Danny Houston.
Lee's now just on IMDb telling me everyone that's in it.
But
Danny Houston.
If you're listening, Danny Houston is a character actor.
What does that mean?
It's a guy who never gets the lead role, but he always fills in. He's an important part that's crucial to the plot.
Okay. I always hear people say that, and I'm embarrassed to ask, but I'm not embarrassed to ask you. Oh, I love him. He was in Yellowstone.
Yes, he's in Yellowstone, and
Yes.
Costner put him in this, and he plays the colonel of the cavalry at the fort,
I like him a lot.
and he's great.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he just chews it up, chews the scenery up.
Choose it up, baby.
Now, the other movie I want to see, and Kelly, our photographer editor, went and saw it, is A Quiet Place.
Oh, the new one.
Day one.
Is it Lupita Nyong'o? Is she
Yes.
in that? Oh,
Yes.
I love saying her name. That's one of those names. It's just fun to say. It really works the mouth muscles. Lupita Nyong'o.
Beat on you.
She's dating Joshua Jackson.
Now, who's that?
One Tree Hill. Not One Tree Hill. Dawson's Creek. He was with Diane Kruger for a long time.
I know what Diane Kruger is.
Oh, yeah. Of Inglourious Bastards.
Yes.
But anyway, they
Also,
broke.
Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers was this movie about bugs that
It sounds great.
invade Earth. We have to send Starship Troopers up there to fight them.
We should.
And it's in the future. And I just remember, the thing I remember about it is that it was co-ed showers.
Thank you for saying it was in the future. I thought that was part of our American history.
Yeah. And everybody's just sitting around in the showers or standing in the showers naked, talking to each other, men and women.
Sure.
No big deal to those guys.
Wow. And then Diane Kruger, let me just give y'all some Hollywood relationship news. So Joshua Jackson of Dawson's Creek, you'd recognize him if you saw his face. He was with Diane Kruger for like a decade. Then they break up. She immediately gets with Norman Reedus,
Who's that?
actor from The Walking Dead and other things.
Okay.
He's one of the partners. He owns a restaurant chain called Nick and Norman's. We actually have one here.
Yes, we do.
Anyway, so now they're together and have at least one, maybe two children. Then Joshua Jackson got with a supermodel and had a baby. They've since broken up, and now he is with Lupita Nyong'o.
By the way, Joshua Jackson, who I'm looking up, just again solidifies the theory I gave to you the other day on the show, which you try to fight me on. Guess where he's from?
Canada.
Yeah.
Is he Canadian? I
He's
nearly
a
just said, is he Canadian?
Is
he Canadian?
Yeah. Still don't really know this guy.
He has done some stuff. Like, I don't even really know what he's done lately, but he was on Dawson's Creek, was his big
kind
claim
of.
to fame.
I
His
guess
big
so.
break. His big break.
Yeah, I have seen him.
Let me see. There he is. Classic good looking. Have you seen Inside Out 2? Did you go see
No,
it?
not yet.
I really want to see it. Apparently, it's the first film that has broken $1 billion worldwide since Barbie last summer. Which is kind of crazy to think that was last
When I
year.
went to the movies to see something, maybe that, the line was out the door. And it was like 10 o'clock at night, a bunch of teenagers. I went, no way, I'm out. They're going to be talking the entire time, be rude on their phones, doing teenage stuff, and I don't want to be a part of it. I'm out. The line for popcorn would have taken forever.
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Uh-huh.
no, thank you.
All right, do we have questions?
Let me look and see.
Take a little look-see.
Again, if you'd like to submit a question or a topic you'd love for Hayley and I to tackle, you can do so. Send us an email at ideas@leeandhaley.com.
Shoot it our way.
Okay.
What do we got?
Kelly writes, if your height had to shrink or grow by 1 inch every time you sneeze, which would you pick? Well, my choice, I got plenty of options going up, so I would do that. I don't need to be shorter.
For what time period? Just forever?
I guess forever.
But then
You love to sneeze.
I do, but
so you're not going to exist.
1 inch? Yeah. So by this afternoon, I'll be Polly Pocket size.
Yeah. Maybe if you toot, it goes the other way. You can
You're
live-
just causing down, up, down, up. Interesting. Let's say it's over the span of one day. I suppose I'd like to get smaller. I'd like to get shorter. You'd like to get taller.
I would, yes, I would get taller.
But then it resets every day.
But I don't really care if I'm taller anymore. I mean, I knew that it kept me from things.
Yeah.
Playing when I was a kid. Doesn't do me any good now.
Yeah. What does it really matter?
Why do I care?
Yeah.
I've been told there was a lady. This happened recently. A friend of mine said, This girl, she saw her across the way, goes, she was very attractive. And she goes, I'm going to ask her out for you. And I went, what? No, don't, please. God. And she had enough to drink where I couldn't stop her. So she goes over there to do it.
Yeah.
And she comes back sort of dejected.
Oh.
She said, well, she doesn't like your friend at all. He's got a reputation. I said, well, what's that got to do with me? Well, she said that she's 5'7". And I go, well, I'm taller than that. She goes, yeah, but she's not. She goes, she likes tall men.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think that did for me?
Extreme anger.
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
No, it didn't make me angry at all. It actually, because I wasn't interested.
Oh, it freed you up then. You're like, cool, sounds good. Stop making me guess. Why don't you just tell me?
I wasn't interested until she said that. Now it's a challenge.
Oh.
It's like, oh, you think that would stop me from...
Well, it's not stopping her. She said she wasn't into you.
It's what she said. But I would have been fine. She goes, no, don't think he's funny, don't like him, whatever. All of that would have put me off, and I'd been like, okay, fine, whatever. I wasn't really interested in her. But now that she said that, for whatever mechanism works inside of me, it's like, let me prove you wrong. Watch this. And I know it goes right back to high school and being told you can't play basketball, you're too small. Watch this. And so I got to get her phone number now.
You didn't go get it then?
No.
Oh.
Because she left.
So you're just waiting till you see her again to come slam dunk on her?
By the time I got the information, she was walking out.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. No, I don't know. Then I found out some other information about her. Apparently she's engaged to be married and dating someone else at the same time. So that didn't sound great.
What is love?
So I'm probably not interested now.
Yeah.
If that information...
Wait till she hears that.
If that information is true. And her name is...
Oh, no.
I don't know her. I don't even know her name.
Oh. Okay, wait, she's engaged and dating someone else and then has the nerve to say, oh, I'm 5'7", so I'm not interested in him. It's like, how about the other relationships you're in?
Yeah, I'm like,
interested?
well, 5'7", you act like you're playing in the NCAA. 5'7" is fine. You're 5'7". 5'7" is not a big deal. I'm taller than you unless you have heels on.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't think you are, Lee.
I am. How many times we got to do this?
How tall are you?
5'8".
Okay. All right.
Unless you have heels on.
What about if you
taller.
have heels on?
Well, then I don't know.
What if you've sneezed that day?
I'm afraid to turn an ankle. I would be so terrified if I was a woman wearing heels.
It takes practice.
That I would turn an ankle.
Oh, I have many a time.
I see women sometimes run in heels or jump in heels. That is one of my, other than lightning, I'm more afraid of turning an ankle than anything else.
For me, it's like sometimes turning an ankle is easier in wedges than it is in heels.
Oh, it could be.
I think because a lot of times wedge shoes weigh a lot. So it's like if they get caught, you're done ski. And a rolled ankle sucks. Nothing worse than rolling your ankle, though, in like a platformed wedge or something, or a platformed slip-on. So then you, especially remember Dr. Scholl's clogs, girls, come on, and you'd slam your heel down on the wooden part of the back of the shoe. A Lego could never hurt that bad.
Yeah, Legos are awful. Nude wants to know if you ever passed gas at an awkward time and was it noticed? What kind of question is this?
Is he 5?
Yes.
Right. Be like, I don't know. No, never.
Me either. What's your ice cream truck pick?
Ice cream truck. Oh, like traditional ice cream truck.
Yes.
Where, yeah. I saw a tweet the other day that said, I refused to run for the ice cream truck because I got embarrassed, so I didn't get any ice cream. What good did that even do me? When I was a kid, we called them bomb pops.
Yeah.
And it wasn't ice cream. It was just a popsicle. And it was the red, white, and blue popsicle that looked like a firework.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
We called them bomb pops when I was a kid. Now I think they call them like fireworks or firecracker pops or whatever.
Yeah.
We had those. They had the orange.
Or rocket
orange,
pops?
Were they rocket pops?
Maybe it's rocket pops.
I thought they were called bomb pops.
And it's like white, blue, red. Yeah.
We had those. Also loved the orange push pop ice cream. It was basically a toilet paper roll with orange ice cream in it. And then you pushed it up as you ate the ice cream out, and it was delicious.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Loved that. They also had orange cream, which was like cream ice cream surrounded by like orange popsicle on the outside.
Yeah.
Delicious. Orange dreamsicle. That's what it is.
Dreamsicle.
What about you?
Vanilla.
No, they didn't just serve. When I was a kid, if they even served scooped ice cream in an ice cream truck, I never knew about it because I was always getting the pops and stuff.
Well, I take vanilla or an ice cream sandwich. Does he have that? Love the ice cream sandwich.
Hate it. Oh my gosh, I forgot until this moment when I went to Trader Joe's the other day. I bought one of my favorite things, and it's in the freezer at home right now. Chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches, which Lee knows, based on road trips we've taken for this show, that they're my favorite thing in the world from a gas station is an ice cream sandwich, not the crappy one with the chocolate wafers. Disgusting. I hate those. Chocolate chip cookies with ice cream on the inside. Got them from Trader Joe's in a 4-pack. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
And then another dumb question from inside the office next to us from Kelly. Can we get an office snake?
Last week, Kelly asked if we could get an office goat. She's an animal lover. She's just trying to see what animal we'll buy to keep here at the office.
And I'll get us a snake if we can keep it by Nikita's desk.
Oh my gosh. But loose.
Yeah, right. It just crawls around.
We just put it kind of around her armrest here and don't tell her.
And make Nikita feed the thing.
We should one day put a hidden camera and put one of those fake but really realistic looking snakes around her.
I watched a montage the other day
chair.
of guys that tie a fake snake to a golfer's shoe.
Oh dear.
And then they turn around and they go, "Look out, Bob."
How do they get it on his shoe? That's a setup.
They attach it somehow. No, it's real because the guy, every time the guy ends up getting hurt, trying to get away from it.
Oh, because he's right. Yeah, and it's staying
It's
on.
old men trying to run away, and the guys are laughing, but the guy ends up running into the golf cart or falling down, and it's just like, it is funny. I get it, but pick on somebody younger, not old men that can fall down. And Kelly also wants to know how many Diet Cokes is too many in one day.
All right, well, let's go back to Kelly's Diet Coke problem.
She's got a problem.
I'd say 5 is about as many as you should probably have. And you shouldn't be having 5 every day, but like if you're going crazy one day, have 5 and be done.
Yeah.
I really only allow myself 1. I rarely drink anything like this, like diet sodas. I'm a diet sparkling water. I'm a sparkling water girly. But if I do have a Diet Dr. Pepper, it's, once every couple days, once every 3 days, something like that.
I think she
So wait,
has
can
too
we
many.
get an office snake?
No.
No. If we did get get
why?
one though, what would it be named?
It's not because of the fear factor, any of that. They stink.
Yeah, snakes are gross.
You don't get to wash a snake, and they eat and they poop, and they're carnivores, and it just it's nasty. Yeah. Unless you got them in a glass.
If we had to get an office pet, what would you get?
We'd get us a turtle.
An office turtle.
Yeah. Like, my buddy Richard's got Frank.
He still has him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He swims with me when I go over to that place.
Huh.
Frank's a good guy.
He just keeps him in a bowl in there?
Yeah. Lives in a bowl, eats salmon. He eats houseflies. He eats bologna. He also eats rice on occasion.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I don't know that any of that is on the diet.
I don't think so.
Dietary part of us.
But I mean, it's not like y'all are taking him to the vet.
No.
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 You guys are like the Bert and Ernie, where it's like, what's going on there? They have a son. His name's Frank.
Yeah.
What's the vibe?
Right.
I like it.
I think we're more like my 3 sons.
Oh.
Charlie and whatever Fred McMurray's name was.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us this week. Big thank you to our sponsors of the Lee and Hayley Overtime Podcast, Shun Li Chinese Cuisine in Lexington, located at the corner of Woodland and Main in downtown Lexington. Go check it out. They've got a fabulous happy hour, fabulous lunch menu as well. Thank you for listening. Check your local listings for the Lee and Hayley Show. If you're in our home market of Lexington, Kentucky, Central Kentucky, we're weekdays at noon on Fox 56. New podcast episodes drop every Thursday. Also, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Follow us there. Just search Lee and Hayley.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.